The cafe was bustling. A symphony of clinking cups and hushed conversations filled the air. She sat by the window, lost in a worn paperback. Sunlight painted her face in a warm glow. He stumbled upon the cafe by accident. Rain had begun to fall, a soft drizzle that mirrored the melancholy in his heart. He ducked inside, seeking refuge. Their eyes met. Time seemed to stop. She was startled, her gaze meeting his. A shy smile touched her lips, a flicker of warmth in her eyes. He couldn't help but smile back, drawn to her quiet grace. For a moment the world outside faded away. It was just the two of them, connected by an invisible thread of fate. He found himself drawn back to the cafe, day after day. Each time she would be there, her presence a comforting constant. They would steal glances, their shyness a shared language. One rainy afternoon he gathered his courage and approached her table. "Excuse me," he began, his voice a nervous tremor. "I couldn't help but notice you come here often." She looked up from her book, a hint of surprise in her eyes. "I do," she replied, her voice soft as a whisper. "I find solace in these pages, in the aroma of coffee." Their conversations flowed effortlessly, like streams merging into a river. They spoke of books, of dreams, of the bittersweet beauty of life. He found himself falling for her gentle spirit, her quiet strength. Weeks turned into months. Their daily encounters blossomed into something deeper, a connection that ran far beneath the surface. He found joy in her laughter, solace in her silences. One cool evening they walked along the riverbank, the setting sun painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. They had been sharing stories, their laughter echoing in the twilight. He paused, his gaze fixed on her. She looked breathtaking, her eyes sparkling in the dying light. He began, his voice catching in his throat. He reached out, his fingers brushing against her cheek. The world seemed to hold its breath. She tilted her head into his touch, her eyes searching his, and then their lips met. It was a kiss that spoke of unspoken feelings, of longing and hope, a silent promise whispered in the darkness. Their kiss changed everything and nothing. He was swept away by the depth of his feelings, terrified by the intensity of his love. She remained an enigma, her heart a fortress he longed to conquer. Time seemed to slip through their fingers. He held onto her tightly, afraid to let go, afraid to face the possibility of a future without her. She remained distant, lost in a world he couldn't penetrate. Then one day, she was gone. She left as quietly as she had come, leaving behind a void that echoed with her absence. He searched for her, his heart a lead weight in his chest, but she was gone. He never forgot her, the woman who had stolen his heart with a glance, the woman who had shown him the transformative power of love. He carried her memory with him, a bittersweet ache in his soul, a reminder of the fleeting nature of love and the enduring power of a kiss.